Dana Sacco. I am your automation system specialist from Eye to Eye Hype, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. What we are going to be discussing is actually, it's a trick. This is one of those things that a lot of people, they don't really think about until they start adding team members. And a lot of my clients, of course, we're all on HoneyBook. Guys, if you're here, go ahead, say hi. I would love to hear from you. Give me thumbs up, hearts, all that wonderful stuff. But HoneyBook is this great system, okay? It's simple. It's straightforward. It's not for the super duper techie. It's not if you're going to be doing email automations and all this wonderful stuff. But it gave me the ability when I was just about 2 years ago. I went from being super duper stressed. It was literally 1 week where I was sitting there and good morning. I was sitting there. It was in 1 week. I had 3 clients that all their invoices were due. And how many have been there? You know, we've got we just expect the automatic payments to go through and everything else. And I was using a different system, and the systems were connected with Stripe. The system was blaming Stripe. Stripe was blaming the system. And I'm sitting there with 3 clients who were honestly just, here I am sitting there as a system specialist, and my systems weren't working. So it makes me look stupid. HoneyBook popped up on my page. I went ahead, bought it. Within like a half an hour, I sent out 3 invoices. They were recurring invoices. Boom, done, set. It was over. It was just, they just had to go put in their payment information. They were good, but all 3 of them were able to pay. And then on the ongoing basis, I had no more problems with it. And so 2 years later, with that system, once I actually set it up, I was actually able to go, and my business increased by 6 times. And as a virtual assistant, we sit there and we're just like, holy crap. Right? When you go from having 2 clients to having 12, and it happened like right away. And it was like, I had this chart up on the board. I had all this stuff. So then what happens when you go to the next step? Good morning, Mandy. It is good to see you here. But what happens when you go to the next step with this stuff? We have no idea, do we? We're just like, okay, now I have a team member, but I don't want my team member to see what the heck what I'm charging people, right? I don't want them to see my invoices. I don't want them to see all that stuff, because that's not their job. And honestly, personally, I'm a control freak with that. And I know a lot of my entrepreneur people are. We totally freak when people, we're proud of what we're charging, but then, we don't want that. We want a little bit of that disconnect with our team members. And I get it, whatever. So how do you do that? How do you have them communicate, but you don't want another system? How many of us don't want 50 systems? I don't. I have them, but I don't want them. So let's combine everything. You guys don't need to see me. Let's see the screen, and I'll show you some of the little tips that I have learned. So this is your opening screen on HoneyBook. This is my sample builder account. When you have HoneyBook, you actually have 2 accounts. So if I go up here, I have this company and the other company. Totally awesome, right? One person I was talking to recently, this was super duper cool, is that they have their business on one and then they have their team on the other. So their team is actually their team's onboarding. So they have all the emails being sent and all the questionnaires that they want and all the contracts for their team members in their other company. So it just kind of keeps that separation. Me, I use it for training and teaching. Just because my team members were actually over on ClickUp and Slack, and that's our communication. But what happens if we want to keep it all in one system? So you go up to your projects, right? And here's my amazing client. Awesome. We are now in progress. This is so exciting. They've done it. We've gotten all through here. Now what do? Some people would just add a participant, but if I have invoices, that means that they could go ahead and do that. Good morning, Cos. I'm so glad to see you. I am so excited about your stuff. Sent you an email this morning, by the way. But I don't want them to see everything, right? So what we're going to start with is go up here and go to company settings and go to your team. Now, there's no team members listed here. So you're going to invite them. So I'm going to invite my team member, which would be me. We're going to invite that team member. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to invite, let's see. Let's see if I can, nope. Okay, I would have to add them to the team. All my extra emails are in there. But you're going to go over to your project. You're going to go over in progress. My husband would probably be really upset if I added him to the team. Go to your amazing client. Now you could add him here, and you're just adding a participant, right? When you have team members, and I'll show you on mine actually what it looks like on one of mine in just a second. But it will have an option it will have the team members listed over here, and you just click on their picture and it goes ahead and adds them to it, which is, again, awesome. It's really easy, but I don't want them in this section, do I? So what I'm going to do is create this weird thing called a related workspace. Add related workspace. It's not showing all the screen. There we go. So this is where you can collaborate with vendors, team members, and subcontractors. A place to collaborate with your team or subcontractors. Guys, it's a communication thing. A place to figure out design details for this project, or a client workspace. So a place to collaborate and send files to clients. This is what I want here. Now, if you want your teams to talk to each other, team members, whatever, this is in their workspace right there. This is your client workspace. So I'm going to create this client workspace, add a participant. We're going to skip that for right now, but this is what it is. And now you just have all of this information here, but you have a filing cabinet so you can upload your files. The payments won't be there because there are no payments. Now, all right, we've got this wonderful thing, right? But I don't want to see it in my project lineup, because then it's going to just show, if you go to projects, and it's going to end up showing like a couple different ones. So I don't want this. Let's see. Where did it go? There we go. It's right here. Okay. This is it. And I'm going to move it to the stage of do not track on the pipeline. I don't want it to show up anywhere. Good Lord. You end up with 50 million different things. I had one client, and she was a photographer, and she worked with other people on the projects, or she worked with, she did wedding photography for some people. So a lot of times when you have photography sessions, especially think wedding, who else is involved? It's never just the bride. It never is. It's never that one person in the group. Whether, it's not one of the partners. It's always going to be either both of the partners. Please get both of the partners' information, or the partner doesn't want to be included in all of the extras. Like I know when I got married, Joe was just like, okay, just tell me when to show up and I'll be there. He did show up and he was there. So it was good. He didn't want to be in on all the extra stuff. I'm pretty sure he would have gone to the cake testing if he found out how good that was. But, it wasn't important to him. It was more that it was my part. This was my thing. He just wanted to do it. So he didn't want to be invited in that, but mother-in-laws might want to be. So going back, let's think about bookkeeping. Okay. say you have the person with the contract. Okay. Now you have all of their information over here, and your team members can come in and look at it. So whether I have, when I was doing bookkeeping, this was not necessarily always my stuff here. This, I didn't upload, statements in here. This isn't where I'm going to house my statements for my clients. That's just, it's not going to happen. But if they had information, I had one client who honestly sent all of the passwords with pictures. They sent only pictures. And by sending only pictures, it drove me absolutely insane because it was like, okay, where is it? Where is it? And they refused to use LastPass. They only sent me pictures of all of their passwords. And so what I did was I had them in here. So I had everything in one place. I had everything. And I ended up saving them to my business LastPass account because everyone needs sanity. But when I had a team member come in, they were able to come in and take a look at it. They were able to come in and say, okay, this is what it is, even if they had access to my LastPass, because we all know that LastPass does not work 100% of the time. It doesn't, it decides to have an issue. It has more Mondays than I do, I think. And it's a piece of technology. It works really well, but at the same time, it's kind of like, so having a place where all of that information was. I had one client, he was on A2X. He had an Amazon FBA account. It was a great account. It really honestly was. I don't even know what he sold. I don't even think he knew what he sold, but we put information in here so that when I had a spreadsheet that, maybe I did it in Excel instead of on a Google sheet, I would actually upload it in here. So it depends on how you're working with your clients. And it let me know that, hey, this is where it is. Why? Because when they go to their client portal, they can go in and see this stuff. They're not going to see the rest of it. So maybe they have a team member that goes in and does stuff. Like I had a client that half the communication was with his VA. I think I talked to him like twice. The rest of it was he had no clue what was going on in his business technically. He was there for the growth aspect. He was at the stage where he was growing his business. So he had a VA, executive assistant, whatever you want to call them, communicate with me. Well, that person didn't need to know the billing because he handled all of that. He was like a money freak. He was a control freak on the money. And, but we were able to have a conversation without being in a separate software. So I was running it from one system, and I could see tasks being loaded. I could go on my phone and I could go ahead and do it that way. I can go in and see all of the different pieces and parts and everything done. And so, I could have a communication that I didn't need to have. I mean, right now, honestly, I have 4 different ways of communicating on my phone. It's annoying as all get out from my perspective. Why? Because I have all of these people and they are all, they're all talking to me on all different things. And then I have to transfer that information somehow into a different system, into something that's usable. Right? And so we don't want that anymore. Well, instead, what we want is we want everything to be cohesive so that when we add team members, it's all set up and done. Let me stop sharing the screen for just a second while I switch over to mine. And guys, if you have questions as I'm going, please ask. But I'm going to show you what this can look like inside of a system. And let me find an older one. Okay, I don't want that one. I need to find one that. Okay, Britt, I'm going to use you for a second here. No, because that shows that. Let me find one. Let me see if I have a test one in here. All right, this one doesn't have any billing. Let me, nope. Oops. I had one up previously. Let's see. Archived. Okay, I'm going to unarchive this one because this is me. So, all right. I knew I had one with me. All right, so this is me. This is actually my HoneyBook system here. And, you know, I've got this sort of a business coach, whatever. It's got all that wonderful crap up at the top. And it's got me in here as a client. Awesome. Here's the emails. It's got everything here. Guys, here's my additional team member if I want to add them to the project. There's Teddy. Hi, Teddy. And, you know, I can just click and add her right there. Now, I don't want her in this part, say, because, you know, maybe there's payments, maybe there's no payments on this one, but maybe there is something, you know, this was a test run. And so I don't want her there. That's fine. We're going to add a client workspace. Skip that part. Here it is. And I'm going to add her here. Now Teddy's in this one. Now we can sit here and talk and it will go back and forth. And they are emails, guys. They are emails. So if you have the Google thing, and remember, always change the stage to do not track in pipeline, or else it will end up tracking it in your pipeline and give you a big headache. But these are emails. So if you have the Chrome extension set up for that email, you can just do it through Google and they'll automatically show up here. So everything can be back and forth right there. Everything can be right there for you. And it's all in one place. I could add, there's Lorianne. There's Lorianne added to it. And it's all going in one place. And all of our emails back and forth. Because see, it would send it to Teddy and Lorianne. So everything would go to everyone. If I wanted to add the client, I would add the client here. If I wanted to add their team member, I can add their team member here. We can have group notes. We can do, see, just notes. Add a new note. It's not visible to clients. So this is internal.
I don't have that with Papa.
Okay, well, your jacket's on upside down, so that's not going to work.
Oh.
So that sort of thing, you know, you can have everything in one location. All right. Does anyone have any questions about this and what I'm talking about right now? Does it seem overwhelming? Absolutely. It can definitely seem overwhelming, but it's not as difficult as you think once you get into it. You've got it all going right there. You have the entire system. As I sit here, y'all feel me with this. You got to put a jacket on. It's cold outside right now. It's not even funny. So,
yeah.
There. That's good enough. So that sort of thing, you can have it all in one place. You can have the back and forth in one place. Is it nice? Absolutely, because you know what's going on in the project. Can it be done this way? Absolutely. And then everyone's going back and forth with email. It's just not messaging. That's all. Is it instant? Yes, it is, because it's going to your Gmail account. So you can add who you want. This is, you know, look, there's no client here. So they're not going to see your communication. You can upload files in here. You can upload questions. You can send questions back and forth so that everyone's going to see it. Everyone's going to know what is going on with this project and having communication with it. So guys, if this is something that you guys are interested in, I will let you know that I have this is my little 2-second thing here. I have, let's see. No, I still don't have a pretty web page up for it. But I am offering this week only my course for do-it-yourself. HoneyBook for bookkeepers and accountants is actually on sale through the 6th. So you got 2 more days for $400 off. what that includes. It includes the entire workflow. When you go into, let me switch back over here. When you go into here, you have the automations. I'm giving you guys the automations. I'm giving you all of these steps, how to put them in place. I'm giving you all of how to set it up from point zero to the end so you are ready to go. If you do not want to do it yourself and you're like, Dina, just do this damn thing for me, send me a message. I mean, I've got, I've got time right now that we can go ahead and do it. And you can be set up just in a couple weeks. Seriously, can you imagine the system that I have going for you? You can do it yourself in one day. By the time that all the videos are up, I've got three more Post-it notes, which have multiple steps on them for doing the videos. So 3 more Post-it notes and the thing will be ready to go. And I guarantee you it will be up on Black Friday. Am I having a Black Friday sale? No. I am having a founder's sale. A founder's sale is different, but right now you'll get it for $400 off. During the founder's sale, you will only get it for $200 off. And it's a founder's birthday sale. I'm the founder. My birthday's coming up, so let's have a party and let's celebrate that way. So guys, if you guys are interested in any of this, if you guys have any questions about any of the things that I talked about today, if you have any questions about HoneyBook, I am a HoneyBook Pro. I work with HoneyBook. I have like 4 emails back and forth with them this week about different things that are going on, and I'm here for you. I know how to run the system. The system, HoneyBook actually saved my business in so many different ways. I can't fix that right now. Go ask Grandpa, see if he can fix it. HoneyBook actually saved my business back 2 years ago. If I did not have that, in place, if I did not have a system in place, I can probably almost guarantee you I probably wouldn't be here right now. Why? Because I was so frustrated and I was not able to scale my business. I was not able to bring in clients without a lot of stress. And I don't deal with stress very well. I'd rather it just go away and see you later. Right? So what HoneyBook allowed me to do was say, here, it's step 1, step 2, step 3, we're going. Step 1, step 2, step 3, we're going. And it was very, very simple and easy to do.
Grandma, he just leave it like this.
Okay, well, I'll fix it in a second, okay? You want to say hi? All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. I absolutely love you all. And like I said, please feel free to reach out and ask your questions. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.